Using technology.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Responsibility.
Group discussion.
Projects.
Cooperation.
Creative thinking.
Respect.
Having fun.
From the videos that we watched yesterday and today, we were discussing segregation and the Jim Crow laws. And what I wanted you guys to do is I wanted you to compare the characters from the book to the videos. Can you make some similarities and differences between those two? Because today we'll be focusing on character traits. Hayden, what did you notice?
I put the like in the movie, like, it was like, they had a school for like all blacks, just blacks, and a school for just whites. But in the book, like, they were mixed, like, they were together.
Are you sure?
Or were they not? I don't know.
Who knows? That's a good point to bring up.
Yeah.
They were separated. In the book, they're separated. But how do we know that? That's a good thing to bring up, Hayden. How do we know that, though?
Negro and then it said, like, bad condition or something like that in your book.
So they got rid of their books, right? So that was the big key that we knew that they were segregated. But Hayden brings up a good point of, that's exactly what we just watched. And watching those kids go to that Little Rock school, could you imagine walking to school every day with guards? What other similarities or differences did you notice? Hannah, what did you notice?
In the video they were sitting at the lunch counter and they were getting like water poured on them and stuff. And in the book, the Cassie was thrown on the ground and she was less.
Yeah, good comparison. The part in the video, which actually was kind of hard to see, was actually water and ketchup and mustard. And the white people would stand behind them and just dump it on them because they were wanting them to leave. What did you notice about one person who was getting things dumped on him? He was white. So there were some people that were trying to stand up for them and give them their rights, but unfortunately the majority of them didn't really help them. What else? So we've talked about Cassie. Who else can we compare? Who else can we talk about? Christina.
Mama, like the parents are mad because the children have to walk like dangerously to school. And how the blacks, they have to walk and the whites get a bus.
Okay.
And even if like the white school is like 2 blocks away, they have to go to the black school like a mile away.
And so what did you notice from the video then about that?
They had to walk to like in between railroads and everything.
Yeah.
To get to school.
Very dangerous routes. Good job. Talk to me about Papa. Who kind of, when we were watching the video, who did Papa remind you of? Anybody have a guess? Logan?
Martin Luther King.
You're absolutely correct. Why?
I don't really know.
Well, what did Martin Luther King try and do?
Get black people their rights.
So what would you say he was then?
Later.
A leader, strong, independent, and isn't Papa kind of that leader role in that situation in the book? How do you guys portray Papa? Christina?
He will go up and talk to all the white people and tell them what he thinks, and he knows he might get beat up and everything, but he'll still do it.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And who is the character that he gets into an argument with that's white? Nathan?
Mr. Green.
Mr. Granger, because what does Mr. Granger want? His land. Nice job. Good job comparing it from the movie to the book. How many found it easier to understand segregation and the things that they had to go through by watching the video? Today, what you're going to be doing, you have this graphic organizer, and it is called a describing wheel. During the video, I put a green slip on your desk. That is your character that you're focusing on. What I'm going to have you guys do today is you're kind of putting yourself in that character's shoes. You need to think, how would Cassie respond to a situation? How would Big Ma respond to a situation? We just talked about Papa being compared to Martin Luther King and the fact that he's strong, he'll fight for his children. So you're putting yourself in their shoes, okay? So what I want you to do, when you get your green slip and you get your piece of paper, you're going to write your character in the topic box, that little circle. Then what I need you to do is you need to write down personality traits about your character, all right? Personality traits, how you portray them, things that they've done for their family, or things that you don't think they would do for their family. And then on the back side, I have questions that you need to answer. And I'm going to talk about one of them just to give you an idea of what they're like. One of the questions says, do you think your character would be proud of how times have changed now in today's life? And why or why not? So, if you have the name Cassie, and you think about the character traits that you wrote down for her, do you think she would be proud of what her family did to give the rights that black people have today? And then you will explain that. So all of these questions deal with you putting yourself in that character's shoes and kind of answering how you think your character would answer. So if you have TJ, which some of you should have TJ, how do you think he would answer some of the questions? Like when you think about his mood and his attitude, what is his mood and his attitude? Logan?
That he's better than everyone else.
Yeah, better than everyone else. So maybe some of the answers that you put for him might be a little snotty or a little arrogant, you know, because that's TJ's personality and that's what you're doing today. Who can tell me what you're first going to be doing? After you get into your groups. Christina, what's the first thing?
You're going to focus on the person you have, and you're going to do the wheel.
Yep, so you're going to write their name in the topic box, and then in the triangles around it, you're going to fill in as many as you can of the personality traits of that character to help you answer the questions in that person's shoes, okay? All right. Any questions before we get started? TJ.
Are we going in groups with whoever has the...
Yes, you are. Yep, so there should be groups of 3. Christina.
Do we only fill out one paper, or does everybody fill out?
Everybody will have their own. Yep.
TJ. Don't do buff. Just do like tell and tell. Or you could do tell and buff, but. Oh.
I don't know anything about segregation.
She has a temper.
Oh, he doesn't like how he has to use the white people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he doesn't know if he wants to accept it.
So,
Yeah, rid of the flu.
he put it in a box. Oh, the flu. That's because it's the flu. I was like,
That's because his dad said like he didn't know if he wanted.
I don't think Stacy knows what to do because like a white person's never been nice to her.
Isn't she the one in charge when Papa
Are 3, like, are you talking about like right now or in the movie?
For the what?
It says, after watching videos and reading the book, we see several examples of racism. Please give me examples of where we see racism.
It can be the book or the movie, either one.
Okay, but not like right now because we like don't have racism.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we got the code out of it.
Yeah, so that'll make it easier. Well, I think he's well, he's pretty like buff, you know, so it's like
tough.
yeah, they say he's tall, so
Tall, tough,
and tough.
and buff.
Alright. Little man. Tough. Small.
Character would be proud of how times have changed now. Why are we like, yes, because he did not believe in segregation. And he was against these strong.
They were having with the Cassie store, and she was the last. And those guys guess that when they were in the thing and they were sitting, they sat in whites only until they got certified. You can write one of those.
Isn't he the oldest of 11 children? It's